Hi VC, it's Bill here again, and I'm here to do Q1 2026 acquisitions and divestments. So let's hand over to Bill, who did the divestment video earlier this year, because I divested quite early in January 2026. For the divestments, yes, you heard that correctly, Dale. The divestments, we have Duke by Genesis, Elton John's Greatest Hits Volume 2. I think I only need Volume 1. London Town by The Wings. And this was an interesting compilation that I picked up a little while ago while I was reading the book The Roots of Rhythm Remain by Joe Boyd. So there was a chapter about Jamaican music, and I thought this was quite interesting. However, lots of interesting tracks on it, but there's an awful lot of nursery rhymes on it. Humpty Dumpty, and what was a couple of other ones as well. So yeah, ABBA, Black Sheep. So yeah, interesting but not interesting enough. And ABBA's Greatest Hits. I'd quite like some ABBA in my collection. I think I'd go for ABBA Gold, that has got all the hits on it. This has got the first few, but yeah, apart from those 4 at the top there, yeah, not sure. And then Pink Floyd, a collection of great dance songs. So Pink Floyd, when you're listening to, if you're familiar with the albums, then you know the sequencing is important. So yeah, Money, then Sheep, Shine On You Crazy Diamond, and Wish You Were Here, and then the final track on the kind of best of is Another Brick in the Wall Part 2. So yeah, that's going, as is Maddie Pryor, Woman in the Wings, and Steel Eye Spans, Storm Force 10, and just bring over a couple of CDs. So Little Feat, the last record album. I have this on a set of 5 classic Little Feat albums on CD, and then likewise Soundgarden. I've also got Super Unknown by Soundgarden. I think I only need 1 in the collection. So those are the albums that were purged in Q1 2026. So I hope that was enlightening, even though might be a shock to some people that I actually did do some divestments. So let's see what I replaced those records and CDs with. So first up, Hawkwind, and this is Space Ritual, and it's got quite an unusual cover in that it opens out into 6. So there's images on, was that 12 sides, and it all folds up to neatly allow you to slip the double album on United Artists record label into, well, it's a double album, as I said, and yeah, so that was a holy grail, and yeah, It was the live recordings in, I think, Brixton and Liverpool, and it was mainly songs from the Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, which I had on vinyl at the time, and for some bizarre reason I've sold it, but I got it back on CD. So, but yeah, I'm looking out for that one on vinyl soon. Then at the same shop I picked up this really nice Verve reissue of Jerry Mulligan meets Johnny Hodges, and so we have Jerry Mulligan is the baritone saxophonist and Johnny Hodges is the alto sax player. We have Buddy Clark on bass and Mel Lewis on drums. Now this has got 6 tunes on it. Really nice recording, nice heavyweight, 180 grams vinyl, nice gatefold too, and really top quality packaging, and you get a really enticing inner card showing other recordings available in this series. So it's the Acoustic Sound series. Yeah, they've got the Stan Getz and Yo Gilberto, which is a fantastic album, as well as Oscar Peterson's Night Train and Studdy and Brown, Clifford Brown and Max Roach. And what else? We have quite a lot of John Coltrane, including Love Supreme. We've got Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong, Ella and Louis, and Sarah Vaughan. Yeah, some really nice stuff on that. Next up, so you'll realise that I like a bit of jazz. Well, this is hip hop. A Tribe Called Quest and The Low End Theory is the album. So this is jazz with rapping hip hop overdubbed on top of the samples. I think there's a sample from The Average White Band, and there's also a sample from Funkadelic. There's lots of samples, so it's a sample heavy production. So we've got Excursions, Bugging Out, Rap Promoter, Butter on side A, and we've also got side D, Jazz. We've got Sky Pager, What, question mark, and Scenario. Trying to remember, yeah, 1991. How come this was released in 1991 and I only discovered a Tribe Called Quest in, I think, the closing months of 2025? So I'm looking out for, is it Midnight Marauders? But yeah, I've been listening to a lot of band. There's a band called Quest, a Tribe Called Quest, and I'm mightily impressed. Yeah, I love Midnight Marauders, so that needs to get into the collection very soon. I've picked up a number of Lemonheads albums recently, so this is the latest version, or latest release, and it's called Love Chant, and this has got Marauders on it as well, but it's just a track. Nice inner sleeve, photo of Evan Dando there. So yeah, this is, would I say it's back to form? But yeah, a really nice production there. So really pleased to have this in the collection. The title track's really good. Togetherness is all I'm after, another cracking track. And there's a Wild Thing, but not the Trogs, so really like it. Then another jazz album, this time on Blue Note. This is the audiophile vinyl series. Blue Note label in there. And this is Shades of Red. It's Jackie McLean on alto sax, Paul Chambers, great bass player, and Freddie Red is on piano, Tina Brooks, great tenor sax player, and Louis Hayes is the drummer for the session. So I'm trying to discover, I think it's sort of mid-50s. So this is a cracking album. And then I've always been a fan of this gentleman, Boz Scaggs, and what more can you say? I think this was the album that brought Boz the most followers, so it's a mid-70s, it's a 1976 release, and this is the one that's got Georgia, Harbour Lights and Lido Shuffle. Boz Scaggs' a wonderful voice. I think I really like the debut album, was that 69? It's really good. And I have another Boz Scaggs called something the Blues. Yeah, blues classics. But yeah, I think this cost me a couple of quid. So I'm very pleased to have it in the collection. And then a bit of nostalgia here. Another double album. This is Focus 3. Is it an interesting gatefold? It is a gatefold. Round Goes the Gossip, Focus 3, the hit single Sylvia, hit instrumental single Sylvia. So yeah, there is some vocals on this, but maybe a lot of yodeling. This is nostalgic because my brother had it when we were growing up in our late teens and early 20s. Yeah, if this is, which year is this? 1972. So yeah, 1972, I would have been 16. So yeah, really enjoyed the progressive rock, proper progressive rock. I thought that Deep Purple Fireball was progressive rock, but that's hard rock or classic rock. But yeah, super double album. Really pleased to have this added to the collection. And then, I don't know if you guys out there in the vinyl community buy albums on a whim. Yeah, I bought this 10-inch album. I think I'm on the lookout for 10-inch albums now, but this is from a group called Hovercraft. I really like the illustrations on the reverse of the cover, and what I liked even more was the names of the tracks. So these are recorded in 1996. There's guitar, bass and drums, quite a lot of percussion on it, but yeah, I like these guys with the globe, or I don't know, are they mapping out weather or something. I have no idea. It's got a wee sticker saying the Blue Rose Record Company, and then I've also got a sticker for a record shop in Ramillies Street in London, W1V. But yes, side A is called Stereo Specific Polymerization. And the definition, it's 11 minute, 29 seconds track. A bit avant-garde sort of stuff. Definition, selectively directs the formation of polymeric chains having 9 predetermined steric configurations, open bracket, among the many stereoisomers theoretically possible in a given reaction. And I don't know if it's steric, I think, is relating to atoms in space, spatially. And then side B is called thixotropic, and the definition there is the ability of a liquid to resist the pull of gravity, materials that are gel-like and at rest, and fluid when agitated. So, yeah, there's a thing like a library stamp there. It says September the 4th, 1996. But, yeah, I don't think there's really like the labels as well. So that's quite nice with a amp meter or something like that. And somebody in the fetal position there, is it? But yeah, really nice vinyl. No idea what it was about, but I thought, oh, that's interesting. I shall purchase that one. Took it home, listened to it. I've maybe listened to it 3 times since I purchased it, but long tracks. I think I thought it might be a bit like Tonto's expanding headband, zero time, sort of Moog synthesizers and things like that. I'm probably misrepresenting this band called Hovercraft. I think the front cover is a bit disappointing, but the back cover is great. So that's the haul from January, February and March. Bye just now. Shout out to Stuart and also Kevin and anybody else who knows me. Bye just now.